Hey guys, here's a quick video on the importance of a closet. So when I talk to guys about style and image and looking really cool, one of the first things I always do is say, hey, what's your closet look like? If your closet's not organized well, one, you can't get to stuff, your clothing's not taken care of, and there's typically a good 4 or 5 outfits in a closet you don't even know about if it's not organized right. So I want to invite you into mine, and currently I'm just living in a simple apartment. This thing's not complicated. I've had some very nice closets in my life, but this is what I look at as minimum. So I'm going to introduce you. I've got it here, and so on the top of my closet I always have a pull-up bar. One, it's fantastic for staying in shape, but it's also good to hang stuff on. And so closet care, if you just come on in here, one of the first things I do is I always acquire a couple of these. These are fabulous because after you wear a garment, the last thing you want to do is put it in with the rest of your clothing, because that garment needs to air out. Typically, very rarely are clothes really dirty. They just smell or have certain oils on them that make them not smell well. And so sometimes, or a lot of times, you can get a lot more wear out of a garment if you stop washing it so much, especially dry cleaning, and instead just kind of let it air out. But you don't want it to air out around your next to your clothes, so you get a couple of these. You can get these at Target or Best Buy, and or Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're metal, so they're real solid, and you can line clothes up. I always have a couple of them. Next thing you want to acquire is your hangers. This is what I get. I picked these up especially for this video so you could see. These are packs of 9? Yeah, they come in packs of 6. And they're just simple hangers, and the great thing about them is they have a nice rounded edge, and so you can hang t-shirts on them without getting that edge right there, that little horn. Like I can hang this t-shirt up and I don't have that little pointy thing sticking up that requires a laundry, to get out. It sucks. So you always want to get these because they're just nice to hang. These things turn either way. They're just fantastic, and they're not expensive. Really good garment care. Has a lot to do with just how you hold it. Next thing you want to do is just group all your shirts together. So I've got my polos, I've got my more dressy shirts, I've got my button-down shirts that are more casual, but also button-downs. And when I say button-down, I don't mean button-down collar, I mean button-down the front. Then I've got my short sleeve button-downs, and then I've got some of my jackets. And then the next thing you want to get, angled this way, is a belt hook. I can't tell you how many guys' closets I go into, and the belts are all over the floor. It's just terrible for a belt, a nice belt. You don't want creased. It's leather. You want to care for it. So just pick yourself up a nice belt rack that makes sense, and that holds those things up. Next thing you want to get, IKEA is fantastic for these. They're just a hanging, I think these things are like $12, $13, and it's just a hanging set of deals, because sweaters are real heavy, and a sweater you can't hang, you have to fold it. And so those things will fit right in there, and they're super nice. Next is, and I'll probably do another video on shoe care, but what I like to tell all my guys to get is these right here. These are fantastic shoe racks, and like I said, I'll do another video on shoe care, but shoe racks with the right shoe trees in them is huge. You want a good shoe tree that goes in there, and a cedar, and fills up that whole shoe, and that just sits in there. And some of these shoes that I own are, believe it or not, I got shoes in here that are 5 and 6 years old. This pair of shoe, this is a nice suede shoe. I bought that shoe probably close to 10 years ago, and it still looks fantastic. I rarely ever wear it because it's kind of out of style in some ways, but the shoe's great. So we'll do a separate video on shoes, but that's just a kind of a quick closet overview of how you want it to look. And then I like to get little things like this, so when I walk in, I've got socks neatly done. It's just simple. I mean, that's a little plastic deal from Target for, I don't know, 20 bucks. And then I do care up here. So I always have foot powder. So when I take, especially gym shoes, moisture in shoes is horrible. So if you have a sweaty day or after a workout, drop some of those in your gym shoes. I've got several lint rollers. I got a shoe brush or a shoe horn, and then a brush for suits. If you have athlete's foot problems, sometimes I'll just, to prevent it, I'll just spray that, especially in sneakers after I've been working out. I'll just spray that in there just to prevent any kind of fungus buildup. And then just a good old-fashioned Febreze. If you're at the club one night, Febreze down a shirt that may stink, and then put it up on your hook and just kind of let it air out. So just kind of a quick little video on just a good simple closet setup. This is one of the first things I always do with a guy when I do any type of style or image consulting. I say, dude, let me see how you're caring for your clothes. Let's get that down first, and then we'll start adding pieces to it. But this is a great way to look really good and you know, have a closet that makes sense. Hey guys, along the subject of hangers, I did want also to point out that your slack hanger, your men's pants hangers, should look like that. They're real easy to just slip over when you're holding them, you're holding your pants. You can just kind of slip them in, and it makes it real easy. So you see here's all my slacks, and they're real easy to look through, pull off the deal. You don't have to thread the slack through a hole of a hanger. Each of these things just easily, you know, come off and then easily go back on. And so that's the hanger. All this is good. I'm going to provide links where you can get all of this, but that's the hanger you want for your pants. And so for about maybe $200, you're able to make your closet look really tight and really nice and care for garments well.